Have you ever sat in a class and thought, man, I wish I could actually have a say in how this course is going? Well, that's exactly what the Student Self-Reflection Tool, or SSRT, is all about. In this explainer, we're going to break down how this powerful tool is designed to amplify your voice and let you directly shape your own learning experience.
Okay, so here's a quick look at what we're going to cover. First, we'll get into the why behind the SSRT. Then we'll dive into the how, how it all works. After that, we'll talk about making your feedback really count, how your voice is protected, and finally, where you can get help if you need it.
So, let's start with the big idea here. It's really important to understand that the SSRT is not just another survey to fill out. No, this is a platform built for one single reason: to put your perspective, your voice, right at the heart of the conversation about education.
To put it simply, the SSRT is a dedicated platform made just for you to share reflections on your learning experience. And that word, reflection, that's the key. This is about way more than just giving a star rating. It's about sharing your actual insights. All right, so we've got the why. Now let's get into the nuts and bolts. How is this tool actually structured to capture your feedback in a meaningful way?
Well, your reflections are organized around 3 core pillars. First up is content, which is all about what you've learned. Next is methodology. That's how you've been taught. And finally, you have environment, which covers the whole vibe and atmosphere, where your learning happens.
And get this isn't a one-and-done deal. The whole system is designed to give you 2 separate chances to share your thoughts during the term, each with a slightly different focus.
So the first shot you get is Cycle 1, which happens around weeks 4 and 5. Think of this as a mid-course check-in. It's your chance to give feedback that could lead to changes right away while the course is still going. Then Cycle 2 comes later, between weeks 10 and 12. This one's for looking back at the entire course, a bigger, more comprehensive reflection.
Okay, now for what might be the most important part of this whole thing. Knowing how this system works is great, but knowing how to use it to make a real impact, that's the game changer. So let's talk about how to make your feedback truly effective. So what's the secret sauce? How do you make sure your comments don't just get read, but that they actually lead to positive changes? Well, it all boils down to one really simple but powerful idea.
The key is to turn down the noise and amplify the signal. Just think of signal as clear, constructive feedback that someone can actually act on. Noise, on the other hand, is anything that's vague, super emotional, or just not helpful.
This table shows it perfectly. On the left, you've got noise. A comment like "the pace is too fast" is just too vague. But look at the signal on the right. It explains why the pace is an issue and for who. Now that's specific and something a lecturer can work with. Same thing with the second example. Change the lecturer is just noise, but suggesting more resources, that's a clear signal that can lead to real improvement.
And hey, it's not just about the words you write. It's also about how you use that 1 to 5 rating scale. You want to be accurate here. Make sure the score you give actually lines up with what you're saying in your comments. When the score and the comment match, that's a super powerful signal. All right, this next part is a big one. For you to be open and honest, you absolutely have to feel safe. So let's talk about the commitment to protecting your voice and your identity through this entire process. I want you to really let this sink in. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a guarantee. Your feedback is completely protected. Your honesty isn't just tolerated, it's genuinely wanted and needed for this whole system to work. And to make this official, starting in 2026, an outside group called EdEX will act as the official ombudsman. Think of them as a neutral referee, making sure the entire process stays fair, confidential, and works the way it's supposed to.
So this whole system is really built on an agreement, kind of like a pact. It's all governed by 2 key principles that keep everything in balance. On one side of the deal, you've got student confidentiality. This is an absolute promise that your identity is and will always be completely protected, period. On the other side, there's teaching dignity. This is the expectation that you, the student, provide your feedback in a respectful way. It's a two-way street. You get total confidentiality, and in return, the teaching staff gets constructive, professional feedback.
Okay, we've gone through the why, the how, and the protections. So to wrap things up, let's make sure you know exactly where to go if you have any questions or need a hand with the SSRT.
So where can you find help?
easy. If you need any assistance at all, Liana Atira Jamaluddin at edX is your go-to person. Her email and the support portal are right here, giving you a direct line to the team that can help you out.
So let's end with this one thought. The SSRT is so much more than just a tool. It's a genuine opportunity. The honest and thoughtful reflection you give today literally helps shape the classroom of tomorrow. So the only question left is, are you ready to make your voice heard?